Speaking of the devil, we're just passing by the apartment of Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. If you know, watch the movie. Anyway, genuinely ask yourself a question. If I give you an offer that you cannot simply say no to, what offer would be? Regardless of how good your life was in the past. If I give you an option to start from the bottom, right? Let's say I give you an option to start as a child, relive your life again, regardless of how good your life is or was growing up. 99% of the people will accept the offer. Ask yourself why. Regardless of how good moments you had, all the knowledge that you gain, all the experience you gain, all the good moments, personal, professional life, 99% of the people will say, yes, give me the chance to relive my life. And my offer, of course, has something attached to it, right? There are strings attached to the offer. Why? Because usually my offer makes the devil look weak. Speaking of the devil, we're just passing by the apartment of Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. The point over here that I'm trying to say is that if I give you this specific offer, right? Why would you accept the offer if your life is great? Think about it, right? You will accept this offer if you presume, you understand that, the chances for you to achieve more in personal, professional life will be better. Yes or no? The answer is yes. So if the answer is yes, then it's a no-brainer. Because a lot of people say, yes, I will accept the offer, but I will keep my knowledge. I will know exactly what's going to happen, what should I or shouldn't do in my life. I said no. This is the strings attached to the offer. Your knowledge about life and experience will be erased, so you start from the bottom, but you have chance to live double the time than usual person. If you've seen the movie Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise, remember he woke up and there is no one on the streets. Folks, this is Upper West Side. There's absolutely no one on the street. Look at this. Somehow I end up in the hood. Another day in the ghetto. Life, I think it's about maximizing what you can get out of life, not like just living for the sake of being alive. It's about, knowing what to do, pushing it super freaking hard, being everywhere and anytime you want to be or you want to go, do whatever you want to do. No brakes could be put on you, no one can hold you back. And the problem is that a lot of people will take the offer, and I'll tell you why. To start from the bottom is because they already believe that they have missed so many opportunities, right? Just think about it. If you believe, you may not want to say it or admit it out loud, but if you admit, that you missed most of the opportunities in life, and if I give you a chance to start from the bottom, even if you don't have just think about it, even if you don't have the knowledge base, right? You're still going to accept, because you're going to presume that you're still going to be smarter. Even though you're starting from the bottom, you're not going to be smarter. Because the same knowledge base will not be there. So this means that if you don't have the same knowledge base, this means that most likely you're going to do the same decisions that you did previously, which might lead you to the same position that you are right now. Again, the bet, in my opinion, the bet is completely worth it. Because if you think about it, right? You still have higher chance for fulfilling all the missed opportunities. Because if before you already assume that you missed these opportunities, right? And if I give you a chance to do it again, then you're still going to presume that you're going to be more risk tolerant, right? You effectively bet that your common sense will tell you, hey, take this risk, don't be afraid, just do it, okay? Very simple. In the moment you actually think about it before you start commenting, just think about it. If you presume that this is the truth, right? If the knowledge base I gave you is the same, then you will likely take higher risk. So again, think about it. Any variation of life that can give you better ROI for your time spent on the planet Earth, any opportunity that will give you a chance, hey, I will bring you back in time. You will start dating as teenager, as an adult. You're going to start, choosing discipline to study, career paths, all that stuff. You're still not going to have advanced knowledge what the future will be. You're not gonna know to go to Harvard to speak with Mark Zuckerberg. You're not gonna have the knowledge to know that AI is gonna wipe out everything in 2023. You're not gonna have the knowledge about the COVID and all that nonsense, or buying Nvidia and all the semiconductor stocks. But you will have. You might actually, think that all this risk aversion that you have right now will disappear, and you will be able to take greater risk automatically, which could potentially yield like better results. Not sure, guaranteed, but still gonna be better than the current ones. And the thing is, once when you realize this, everything changes. It's no longer a risk. It's more or less opportunity, right? Because all the missed opportunities that you have today looking back are opportunity that you actually didn't take chance, didn't try. You convince yourself it's not worth it. You convince yourself that it's not gonna work. It doesn't, worth trying. You even convince yourself that it's not really what you're looking for or what you want. It's all this nonsense people usually tend to do. Because if you convince yourself that that's not something you want or worth your time or effort, you're 100% not going to do it. That's what I was trying to explain to all my friends. That, if your knowledge base is no longer there, right, but you still have more chances to take the same risk, they're still gonna take the same risk. That's the whole point of it. And I don't wanna falsely hype you up that being a crazy risk taker will always yield you success. But I personally believe, my personal belief system is constructed on the foundation that risk yields more than fear. Risk has higher probability of rewarding you than hurting you. Not always, not anytime, not on anything. I want you to just think about this. A lot of people rush to speak, rush to argue, rush to comment. Nobody rushes to think through. Right? Exactly what I meant by saying this. That if a lot of all of these things that if you assemble the pieces, you understand what I meant, right? Just take your time and realize what risk you're comfortable taking, and just simply measure the potential output versus the upside and downside. How much you can lose if you take this risk, this X, how much I can win Y. Measure the spread between X and Y, and do your bet. Is it worth it? I'm going to try to build greenhouses from whatever reusable cars. Is the bet worth it? If I'm right, what's happening? Well, very likely raising billions of dollars from car manufacturers, right? Well, very likely $1 billion valuation. What's happening if I'm wrong? Well, you lose, 50K max. I think the upside is crazier than the downside. Just think about it. Anyway, that's all I think so far it's important you should focus on, okay?